In this video, I'm going to share about all things Right Start Math manipulatives and how I store everything that comes in that big fat box of stuff when you receive it in the mail. I know that it can be overwhelming, but I'm here to tell you that it is doable and you can open up your lesson plan curriculum every morning and have everything at your fingertips as you start your lesson. So I'm going to talk about storage, and I'm going to go through every single piece of manipulatives that you receive within your Right Start Manipulatives package. So stick with me. Welcome to my channel, Fearlessly Loved, where I talk about all things homeschooling, family, and faith, and where I hope to leave you a little bit more encouraged on your journey than when you began. If you like this video, make sure you press the subscribe button and place a comment below and tell me how you like this video. Today I'm going to be talking about Right Start Math. I am planning on doing a full-on Right Start Math review and possibly a look inside at some point in the future. This is primarily, I'm talking about the manipulatives and how I personally store them. I know I've been on plenty of Facebook pages and forums where there have been a lot of moms, some moms who are frustrated and overwhelmed with this program because of all the pieces, and I was a little bit overwhelmed myself, but thankfully for those same Facebook pages, there were moms on there who have great suggestions and where I'm utilizing those same suggestions, and it is working so well for us, and it's honestly not overwhelming at all. Everything is at my fingertips every day. So before I get into the storage and before I go through every single piece of the manipulatives, I just wanted to share on the workbook side of things, the lesson side of things, what actually comes with the program in addition to the manipulatives. So you have the lesson book. All the lessons are in this book. Every day it's open and go. Then you have the worksheets that are incorporated in a lot of the lessons. You have the big book of games. All the games are in here in this book. Usually there's a game every lesson. And then you have the appendix. This is where I store the appendix. It's just a few sheets of things that you could photocopy or cut out that are interspersed throughout the lessons. And then we have Yellow is the Sun, the book that goes along with the song. We actually don't really use a CD just because there's an MP3 available online on their website. So let's get started and let me show you the method to our madness here with all things Right Start Math manipulatives. All right, so this is our entire classroom right here. There are basically three main areas that I use to store all of the material. You have this rainbow photo box here where I store smaller materials, and then you have this bin down here where I used to store the bigger materials, and then the curriculum goes in this cubby there, and then all the way at the top you have our math balance. We don't use it too often, but there is a step stool for me because I am really short and it makes it easier for me to get up there. So here is, like I said, the main curriculum. You have the main lesson plan book, you have the worksheets, the games, and then the song. The appendix goes where all of my main curriculum is located. And then you move down to this rainbow photo box here. This is a box that is super affordable. It's actually storage for photos. You can get it at Michael's for $25. I know that you could get it on sale often at Michael's. It could even, I'm sure it's available on Amazon as well. But in here, There's a lot of little pieces, so all of the smaller manipulatives get stored right there. Okay, so I wanted to give you a little example of how I just open up the lesson, and I'll do that randomly. Let's see what we get here. Okay, lesson 63. What do we need? Under materials, it says that we need the Yellow is the Sun CD, the abacus, the place value cards, base 10 cards, and the math cards game book. So what I'll do, I'll go to our bin here, grab the abacus that we use every day, and then I will take this storage here off the shelf. There they are, the base 10 cards and the place value cards. So in one container, we'll place that there, and then we'll go on to our shelf with our main curriculum and grab the game book and the Yellow is the Sun book. And that's it. That's what we need for today right there. Okay, so this is our box of manipulatives. As you can see, it is beautifully colored and labeled where everything is located, so it makes it easy to pull off the shelf, open a box, and take out whatever we need. So in this first box, we have our tally sticks, which we haven't actually used in level B yet, I don't imagine. I would think that this is used a lot in level A. So these are the tally sticks. Here we have our clock and clock card deck. This is a great clock. It's a geared clock. So it makes it extra special because as you turn the minute hand around, the hour hand moves with it. So when it's 5:30, the child can see that the hour hand is between the 5 and the 6, or when it's 5:45, they know what the hour hand looks like, because that can be very challenging when they're first learning how to tell time. So what I'll do is I'll set the time for say 4:30, and my daughter will go in this card deck here and first start with the hour, which is 4. She'll find the 4 for me, and then she'll find the minutes. She'll find 30 minutes. And we play a little game. I'll give her different times. She finds them in the deck, or I will give her a time from the hour minute cards, and she will show me the time on the clock. And she is plugging along, learning how to tell time this year. We also have this compass in here. I don't imagine that we'll be using this anytime soon. Who knows? But I'm not actually sure how to use this compass, but it has some references on here, pi and area formulas, so that I just stick it with the clock in there. Here we have our centimeter cubes, where each cube is a centimeter, so the student will learn how to measure using units of centimeters like this, and I'm sure maybe there are other uses for this as well. Then we have our tangram set. There are 2 sets here of different sizes and shapes. We have a parallelogram, big triangles, smaller triangles, squares. We use these to learn increasing patterns with the different size triangles. We learned how to make 2 triangles into a square. Those are our tangrams. Here we have, there's actually 3 boxes of all of these colored tiles. We have a lot of colored tiles. Each one of these, we had our centimeter cubes. These are inch blocks. So each one of these are an inch, so we could measure in inches. As well, we use these for learning patterns, green, red, green, red, green. We use these to play some games as well. So that is what these colored tiles are for. Here we store our coins. There are obviously pennies, dimes, nickels, quarters. There's also half dollars in here and dollar coins. They are plastic, but they are pretty realistic and detailed. So a lot like a standard coin. Here we have our beloved and popular, probably one of the most popular games in Right Start Math. This is the Four Corners game. And this is a really fun, interactive way to learn math, adding up to 5, 10, 15, and 20. My daughter loves this game. She usually likes to crush me at this game. It is a lot of fun to play that. In this box we have all things place value and learning the concepts of what 100 is, what 1,000 is. Oh, that's not nice. I don't know what happened there. So we have these base 10 cards in units of 1, and a bunch in units of 10 here. And then we have units of 100 and 1,000. So this was monumental in my daughter's learning the concepts of place value and what actually the number 1,000 is. Here we have abacus cards, where basically these are, an abacus only goes up to 100, so in order to determine, it goes this way, 200, 300, 400, 500 with an abacus, we use these cards. And then of course we have all these place value cards, place values of ones, tens, hundreds, and 1,000. So let's say I give my daughter a number and she'll find that number 5,500, 10, 50, 5,554, and she'll find, we'll spread out all the face value cards on the table, and she'll find a specific number for that, and she'll learn exactly how they go. It was a really easy way for her to learn how that works. So those are place value and base 10 cards. Here, there's a money card deck. We haven't gotten to money yet, so we haven't used these yet, but basically it's just all the coins here, and I'm sure that there's multiple games involved with this money card deck that I believe we will get to very shortly. Then we just have a box of rubber bands, and these are used for the geoboards, to create shapes with the geoboards. Here we have our basic number cards. We use these definitely at least once a week. We have been using these a ton in level B. They are basically 6 of each number from 0 to 10. We play a bunch of games. Most of our card games that we play are with these cards. Outside of the Four Corners game, we play cards like Go to the Dump, which is basically Go Fish, adding numbers to 10. That's one of our favorite games. We play Addition War with these games. We play Bingo, just different ways for my daughter to learn how to add in simple addition. And here we have multiplication cards. These are a little bit, I have to say, it's a little bit confusing for me because they come with all of these envelopes. Obviously in level B we haven't gotten to multiplication yet. So I believe, I don't know how this is organized, but you take the cards from here in this deck and you place them in each of these envelopes based on the numbers. And then that's just a way to organize them. I'm not really sure how it works, but we're not doing multiplication yet, but we do use these for addition games as well, alongside our basic number cards, learning how to add double-digit numbers together. So we have used these. Here we just have a simple calculator It's just a simple Casio calculator. Yeah, for them to get used to, at least in this level. It's just for them to familiarize them with a calculator. This box is all things fractions. So we have, it goes along with this fraction sheet, and this is actually a really sturdy sheet here, where they're able to learn the concepts of fractions, where, you know, 2 halves make a whole, and they could set these on this sheet and see there's 5 of the 1/5, there's 4 of the 1/4, 3 of the 1/3, and so on. And then that also comes with fraction card decks, which I imagine, again, there's all kinds of games, I'm sure, that go along with these fraction cards, and there's also percentages included in here as well. So that is it when it comes to the smaller manipulatives that I keep in this box. Okay, so now moving on to this lovely set of blocks used for geometry. They're really nice wooden blocks in various shapes, cones and pyramids, spheres. Oh, there goes one rolling away. Then we have, this gets used the most out of all, our trusty abacus. I remember using an abacus when I was younger, and not in the way that Right Start Math uses it. This has really helped my daughter learn the concepts used, you know, given her a really good foundation with math. I know that in public schools they use a lot of the 10 frame. This is very similar. The Right Start Math isn't necessarily Common Core, but it does use the subitizing, using the visual learning, you know, what 5 looks like, what 4 looks like, what 3 looks like, and so on. So this is our abacus. It also comes with this whiteboard, which we use almost every day as well, for obvious reasons, you know, writing out equations or using part-whole circle sets. This, I love, this balance, this math balance. This is another way that my daughter has learned that how, you know, the foundation of what an equation is, how 7 equals 4 and 3. So my daughter will visually see, and, you know, incorporating those tactile senses, will visually see how 7 equals 4 plus 3, and she'll get all excited when you know, it all balances out. And it comes with these weights as well if it is, you know, off kilter. Also included is this set of geometry panels where they can put together these 3D, all these different kinds of 3D shapes that they show you how to put together. It looks somewhat complicated, but fun at the same time. So there is a hexagon, pentagon, triangles, and squares that are included with this geometry panel set. Next, we have our geo boards. We have used these once so far just to get a feel in level B. It was a couple lessons in level B just to get a feel for design and symmetry and creating shapes with these geo boards. I'm sure she'll get more into that as the lessons go on. This is something we have, I honestly don't know what this is called. Something crazy like goniometer. And it's great. All of these come with their directions. Every single piece of manipulative comes with instructions, and not just instructions, but really, like, this is for the abacus. This is like a few pages on the basic concepts of using the abacus and what it is used for. So this little contraption here is used with these drawing out shapes, geometry drawing, going along with this. I don't remember what this is called here, but these all go together. Okay, then we have our rulers. There's 2 rulers that come in this set. There's a regular 4-in-1 ruler, inches, centimeters, metric as well. There's metric on here as well, and then there's this fold out meter stick as well that I can't do it with one hand, but it folds and turns into a meter stick. There is also this contraption as well, which I am perplexed at what this is. It is a geometry reflector. Now, what this is and what this does is beyond me, but we will get to it at some point in these lessons. It comes with this checklist, which I was so happy to see. I'm all about checklists. As you can see, I love checking everything off to make sure that we received everything we were supposed to see. It's a comprehensive list of everything in the box. That is all for now. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions whatsoever on what I shared today, feel free to ask me in the comments section below. I will be more than happy to help you or answer any questions that you have. I'll see you on the next video.